Hey guys, my name is Tori and I'm a junior at Winona State. I grew up in the faith. My family and I always went to church every Sunday. My parents were always teaching me about Jesus and what we're supposed to do and be like as Christians. My family also had their struggles, just like any family. But during those struggles, I was always told that it's my job to just be as helpful as possible. And because of that, I tried to live my life just trying never to be a burden to anyone and believing that I had to be perfect in order to be loved. I tried to be perfect in every way that I could by always getting good grades, following all the rules, never acting out or asking for help, and never admitting when I was struggling. As I got older, it became harder to maintain this idea of perfect that I thought I needed to be in order for people and God to love me. I started to look for ways that I could maintain this idea of perfect that I thought I needed to be. The more that I struggled and needed help, the more I hated myself. This led to me finding an eating disorder when I was 10 years old. Whenever I felt that I wasn't good enough, or when I'd be stressed out and couldn't handle things on my own, I would lean on starving myself as a way of still feeling in control and perfect. As I got older, I also ended up getting into abusive relationships. I allowed myself to stay in bad situations due to thinking that I could earn someone's love, but this always failed me. During this time when I was struggling, I also believed that because I couldn't be enough for other people, I also couldn't be enough for God. I believed that I couldn't ever go to Him for help because if I can't be enough for other people, why would God want to help me or love me? Why would I be enough for Him? Eventually, this cycle caught up to me last spring, and I came to the end of myself. I realized that starving myself and staying in these relationships and nothing that I was trying could make me be enough or fill me and give me a sense of purpose. I fell into the darkest depression I've ever been in and struggled with suicidal ideation every day. But there was this light here at H2O that kept me pushing and going, thinking that maybe if I can figure out what that light is that everyone else has, things will finally get better for me. Then one night after the VG that I went to, I finally figured it out. Sitting in my car before driving home from VG, this strong, safe voice in my head said to me, "My child, I have always loved you. You don't have to ever be enough for me. My grace is all that you need." I knew that this voice was God, and I knew that I had to break the cycle that I was stuck in. Later, as soon as I got home, I finally left the abusive relationship that I was in. I was absolutely terrified about what I was going to do next. But I knew that I could lean on God and I could trust Him. God's love is all that I need, even when I may feel like I'm not good enough for anyone else. Because of this, I also finally started taking my health seriously, and I've been trying to recover from my eating disorder since June. I now know that I don't need to starve myself or do whatever I think makes me perfect in order to be loved. It's okay if I fail. It's okay if I'm struggling. It's okay if I need help. I don't have to keep striving to be enough for God to love me. He loves me simply because I am His. In Ephesians 2:8 it says, "For by grace you have been saved, through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God." There is nothing that you and me could ever do to earn God's love and what He did for us on the cross. I may still struggle sometimes with being vulnerable and admitting that I need help and that me and my life isn't perfect. But none of us are perfect. We're all struggling with something, and we all need God's help and grace every single day. So I ask you, whatever you're struggling with, just give it to God. Lay it at His feet. We were never meant to carry our struggles all on our own. And remember that just because you are struggling, that doesn't mean that God loves you any less. You are still precious in His eyes, and there is nothing that could ever separate you from His love. Thank you.